I realized that a lot of people who are turning 18 now, they never actually got the Bush era. They never actually experienced the golden era of video games. And so they're probably bewildered. Why do game journalists even exist? Like, what is their purpose? No one reads them. They're getting 2 views on every article. Everyone watches Asmongold. How did game journalists even become popular to begin with? And the answer to that is that, well, you gotta understand the culture back then. You see, back then, there were sometimes hundreds of video games coming up in the span of 2 months. You basically had so many video games to choose from, and they were so diverse and had so interestingly different gameplay that chances are you didn't have the money to buy them all. Like, seriously, imagine this. Every single week, there's like 5, 6 different games popping up. And they're all interesting, they're all cool. You don't have YouTube, you don't have a place to watch trailers, there's no such things as Let's Plays. The only way you can learn about games is mostly through word of mouth. Like, you're going to school and you're talking with other colleagues and they're like, oh yeah, I got this game and it's really nice and you should try it out. But the other way you could learn about games was through the gaming press. Like, you would buy a game magazine and it wasn't political at all. Like, it never addressed topics like sexism, racism, anything like that. The only thing that it would talk about is like, okay, these are the games that are coming up this month. This is what we're recommending. And again, like, there were so many games that some of these magazines were quite thick. They had a lot of pages, and some of them even had like a CD-ROM that allowed you to play various demos. And so that's how the gaming press became popular, and it basically served the function in helping people save money. Because again, like, when you have so many video games coming up, and you didn't have the money to buy all of them, you wanted to make sure that the ones that you buy, you're going to enjoy. There was also no refund policy, at least not in my country. And so most purchases were final. And again, you couldn't actually try out the games before, you couldn't see about them. So like, the gaming press served the function and letting you know what to play and what not to play. But fast forward to 2024, like, that's obviously not needed anymore. There's barely any AAA games coming out. Usually you have like 10, maybe 20 important major titles coming up every year. You have Let's Players, you have also reviewers on YouTube that are also showing you the footage as they're commenting on the game. And you also have the refund policy on Steam. So even if you happen to buy a game that you don't like, you can also refund it. There's absolutely no reason for the game journalist to exist besides being a mockery. They haven't evolved, they haven't moved with the medium, they are not providing a quality service. And here's an example, right? Like, everyone knows about Dragon Age. Everyone has seen the trailers, everyone has seen the Let's Plays, everyone knows about the game, and yet Kotaku is still trying to gaslight, saying, no, actually it was an amazing game. The 15th best, they call it. It's like, are you fucking insane? Like, the game didn't sell. There was no audience for it. I'm willing to bet that the people at Kotaku didn't buy it either. They probably got a free copy. How can you call it the best RPG when it doesn't fucking sell? I'm willing to bet that there's indie games. Probably like the Coffin of Ashley and Lele. I don't know if it came out this year or not. But that probably sold more titles than this shit. Gaslighting people that Dragon Age was a good game is exactly the same like trying to gaslight people that the economy is great when they can see their own grocery bill. And so they're basically, look at this, right? It's almost written as a comedy. It's almost written as a way to shame the journalist. Like, the journalist is shaming himself by writing this. Dragon Age Velgar has been a divisive game for both good and bad faith reasons. Oh, so it's a bad faith reason that it's divisive. Okay. I mean, it is bad faith, right? Like, there are people that know what the market wants, but they still try to force their ideological bullshit despite what everyone is telling them. They're crashing their company. Yeah, they are bad faith. No, you know what? I agree with Kotaku. That's actually a good point. Like, it's a divisive game because of bad faith reasons. Like, the developers know what the customers want, and they choose to go against the customer. And don't give me the ESG bullshit. You can still be inclusive and make good-looking characters. Like you can literally, because I looked at the requirements for the ESG. Like, as long as you have some gay characters and some minorities, you should be able to fulfill that. There's no reason why your characters need to have chest scars and vitiligo and skin disease and all the other horseshit. There's no reason for that. Other than, like, you're choosing to piss off the market in order to do outrage marketing. This is what they're doing now. Like, they're trying to piss off gamers. They're pissing off customers. The customers are then starting to complain about it on Twitter, and the game is trending. No one buys it. Everyone mocks it. Everyone makes fun of it. Like, it doesn't translate into sales. But the fact that it's trending on Twitter and you get to see the name of the game, that's what they're banking on. It's free marketing. Like, no one has to pay for it. And so they're saying that the game, despite the fact that it stumbles, it feels like the result of BioWare having its priorities straight for the first time since Mass Effect 3. The Velgar features one of the studio's best cast. This is the best cast, right? Like, this is better than Mass Effect. This is better than Liliana and Morrigan. This is better than Star Wars of the Old Republic, according to Kotaku. Like, this is one of the best casts from BioWare. I'm genuinely curious, like, what other game did BioWare have that has a cast which you consider worse than the one from Dragon Age? With it, BioWare is making a concerted effort to wrap up over a decade of world building and potentially make space for what's to come next. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Why are you threatening us? Like, what have we ever done to you to upset you so? I mean, I know we criticize game journalists here on YouTube, but don't you think this is taking it a little bit too far? Like, threatening us with another Dragon Age title? Why? Don't you think it's a little bit inhumane? I mean, it's a good thing you're doing it after Christmas. Like, can you imagine? They would have ruined Christmas if I read this article before. Holy shit. Jesus, like, I'm sorry. No, seriously, like, game journalists, if I upset you so much, I apologize. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to criticize you. But, like, if you're that upset that you have to do these types of horrible threats, threatening the gaming community with another Dragon Age title, then maybe we are to blame. Maybe we went too far. Maybe we criticized you too harshly. Like, look, we're willing to back down. We're willing to take a couple of steps back, but please withdraw your threat. Please don't tell us there's another Dragon Age title coming up. Just please. And so, yeah, they're basically giving this, the 15th best RPG. You know, like, at this point, you gotta wonder, is there corruption? Is there payola going on? Like, was this supposed to win? Did they already make deals? And it's like, okay, we're going to advertise on your website, but in exchange, we want you to give us the award for the top 15 best RPG. Were there no other RPGs? That's another question, you know? Like, I genuinely don't know. Were there no RPGs this year? Like, was there no 15 other RPGs that could beat Dragon Age? Because this might actually be a problem, you know? Like, if there's nothing else, it's like, let's say only 10 RPG games came up this year, and, well, Dragon Age managed to do it because, like, there's no other competition. Oh my god. Anyway, I'll make another video talking about this whole bad faith argument. I keep hearing it a lot. I find it absolutely disturbing. We're going to discuss it a little bit more in depth, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.